themselves a map to kick off, and yeah, I think it's going to be just as decimating as the previous. I mean, what we saw in that previous map was literally just a walkover coming in from m0nster. They just had no respect for m0nster at all, and m0nster didn't work to prove like they kind of needed any of it either. So yeah, two very different sides. But it's all good, because the game's going to unfold, and we're going to see if m0nster do anything better. I mean, this is Inferno, though, which raises a lot of concern. I mean, m0nster are starting on the CT side. Like, goddamn, m0nster, could you have made this any harder for yourself to actually have an impact in this game at all? So unfortunate. Already the tap's coming in. I mean, Dobu just living up again to what he did in the previous USP round that he played in that first map. Machine Gun just doing a bit more. Tap away, seeing if they can guarantee these headshots as the peaks do come in thick and fast. The frags roll on swiftly, following the boot. m0nster and Sunbeat, the last two left standing. Scoop gonna find himself a one-tap onto Sunbeat there actually to make it a little bit better. But all in all, it's not all that bad. m0nster tapping away. Machine Gun easily finding the pick.
Yeah, if I had anything of the Australian accent, I would try and impersonate Vag, but nah, can't do that. Hello, Flix.
You got this though, buddy. I want to hear like your best casting now. Let's go. We hyped.
Oh.
I don't think we've ever actually casted together, have we?
Maybe.
I think we nearly have a few times. We've been like so close.
Yeah, maybe somewhere back in the day. Not sure really. Yeah, m0ngelz. I mean, starting on the city side, I kind of predicted the dream, so I think my dream is looking pretty good so far. Good round for m0ngelz. The first round, basically, Machine Gun, you know, ending up where he left off on Mirage. Good kill by Mini on Banana, and at least m0ngelz need to leave one more guy on B site, so the defense is a bit stretched, but still, it's going to be hella tough for m0nster.
Yeah, very, very difficult as they try and see if they can force their way through a push, but Dobu greeting them yet again with just flat-out aggression, peeking away, sliding in the kills. And m0nster are left sitting there going, well, this has gone well. This has been success. Because they're pretty much guaranteed to be 2-0 down at this point already. The bomb is right there trapped in the arms of m0ngelz, and I mean, there's just nothing m0nster can really do.
I mean, that's a really poorly played round. I'm guessing their plan from the bat was to go for the A site, but once your player on Banana, the lone guy, gets a kill, I mean, you need to re-advise that and think maybe, you know, yeah, go for the A site, but go with some kind of a different timing, maybe. Wait for the m0ngelz to question themselves, maybe putting two guys on B and making it 2-2 defense. Like this, they just walked into Blender, and it's a 2-0. m0ngelz, even though they were 4v5, ending that round with what, 3 guys alive, so still pretty good anti-force buy round, I would say.
I think the simple point for me is imagine being m0nster right now, having the thought in the back of your mind on your T side that you're playing up against another T side, because you never know what m0ngelz are going to push. Like in this round, they're literally pushing mid. Like you don't see that a lot in Inferno. Sure, they're up against these pistols here, but I mean they push Bernardo, they've pushed mid. They may as well push second mid as well here. Apps is going to get kind of used and abused by this T side to give them close to the site, but then Molly comes down to block them anyway. I mean, m0nster they have every part of the map to worry about, and that's a real set of concerns for a T side, right?
Yeah, m0ngelz pushing mid, reminiscent of Kingwin. Seems like they're anti-eco when they know that the opponent's the T's economy is completely broken and they're only on Glocks. Seems like Kingwin likes to storm down mid, and m0ngelz taking the page out of their book, out of their playbook. And now the first full buy round, m0nster. Come on, give us something. It's going to be 5 AKs, no AWPs whatsoever, only 2 frags in 3 rounds so far, Mini and Sunbeat. Mini seems like to be their Banana guy. I really don't like that they're having only one guy on Banana, because he can be killed so easily.
You see this mid-aggression. Like, how do you expect that?
Well,
like, no T-side on this planet is prepared to play against this. Your defaults don't expect someone just to run down mid with an MP9. That's not what you practice in scrims.
But your T default shouldn't be 4 guys second mid either, so...
Oh, 100%. Like, there's definitely flaws in their play. But this is madness at this point. This has gone behind a few issues here and there, and m0ngelz is just wacky play, but play that works.
Yeah, but the play that only would work against m0nster here, and you know, the same type of teams, because m0ngelz, even keeping that MP9 is questionable. I think that's kind of going into the round in deficit, fighting against 5 AKs or even AWP and 4 AKs. In this case, m0nster was definitely at the start of the round kind of favored to win it, just keeping that MP9. I mean, maybe you can use it in close corners like apps or something, but storming down mid, that should never happen. Yeah, m0nster's making it work. Again, it's advantage for them. And m0nster trying to get to the A site. Let's see, Tugu still alive with that MP9. Let's see if he can make it work. Cabby is going to push through the smoke, get a kill. Tugu getting all the info, backs off, but machine gun is there to clean up, and he clean up here will. So it's 4-0.
I love the fact, I don't know, I'm struggling because inside of me, like, I agree with everything you said and you're 100% correct, but there's a part of me that's sitting here like, I mean, the MP9 rush minute got a kill, they're pushing smokes, they're getting the kills anyway. Like, I don't think m0nsterz really care at this point.
Yep, true. I mean, m0nster, we commented, I don't know if you were here for the pregame, but m0nster seems like their last match, official match, was in a while. And as we can see, the lineup is a bit different than it used to be. So I'm not sure, is this team just, playing out the league till the end because they already played, I don't know, 6-7 matches, something like that.
I mean, they're in a good spot in the league as well, bear in mind. I think they're,
yeah,
what, fourth or fifth right
place,
now?
Yeah. But it seems like the last defeat they had, and it was against m0ngelz exactly in the minor qualifier, kind of, set the tone for the team. And I don't know, maybe I'm misreading the situations. One more round for m0ngelz, again rushing down mid. But maybe I'm misreading the situation. But seems to me like m0nster is, just they're just going to play out the rest of their, I don't know, 2-3 matches till the end of the league, and then. I have no idea what's the future for this team, honestly. They were way better. You casted, right? You casted Southeast Asia. I mean, they were way
so
better than this.
I mean, this league holds a special place in my heart because if I remember correctly, this was one of the first ever leagues that I actually casted. Like when I kind of moved into casting as an actual kind of job. So the Southeast Asian Rising Star stuff really holds close. And I remember some of these games. I mean, this has been a long league. And we've had some great Counter-Strike, but unfortunately, m0nster, they don't seem to be the team that they were a year or so ago. They seem to be a lot different nowadays. Things just don't seem all there for them. And the biggest thing that sticks out for me is that even when they're getting these picks, even when they're in these 4v4s, you look at the aggression of the CT side, you just never really have faith. There's never really a sense of belief there. I mean, the fact that Cabby's that far pushed up already, I mean, KO sure will look for the trade, and he spots him out, right? So it makes it a 3v3. But there still is kind of almost that lump in the bottom of my stomach right now, it's just like, do you really trust that they're actually going to pull through?
Nope.
I mean, this boost in mid is so wacky, and it doesn't work, but I don't know. It's a weird game, has to be said.
Yeah, like you said, it doesn't seem that the m0ngelz are really trying. They're doing all this weird stuff. MP9 down mid, and the boost behind the smoke, and Cabby and window or CPL, or however you want to call it, that late. And still, they're winning rounds. KYO taking the last kill on machine gun, and all of a sudden it's a 1v1. NCL dropping that AWP, picking up the AK. Has the defuse kit, so that's something. And let's see how KYO decides to play this. Pushes through the smoke, and at this point I think he realizes he's not coming from long. This should be a round for m0nster.
You'd certainly hope so. It's the first 1v1 versus 1. Both of these teams have to play up against each other right now. Aside from the pistol we saw in the previous game, smoke comes in, straight on the defuse. NCL will go, though. He's got a box acting as cover, and KYO's just kind of having a bit of a chill right now. He's just going to let him defuse, then goes and gets the kill anyway. But, I mean, he just didn't seem to take the bait there. He thought instantaneously it would be a fake, but, I mean, simply put, pros don't fake. 6-0 for m0ngelz right now, and that confidence carries them through yet again.
Not sure what was that play. I just thought that he's going to check long, to see if who was that NCL coming from long. If he's not coming from long, then play around that smoke, go to Motto or something like that. But he kept on pushing long, and he himself did not plan to bomb for long. So kind of misplayed that round KYO, but. It is what it is. m0ngelz once again taking banana control, but Mini seems like he's consistently getting these kills on banana, and m0nster, I think this is in 6 rounds, 7 rounds, this is the second or third one they had an advantage, so maybe finally it's time for them to take a round.
I love the faith. I really do love the faith. Yeah. I'm hoping that can carry on through to a round for them. I really do. I think they're on their T side, right? So it's always going to be so difficult for them anyway, but they really have to try and just make it work to gain a bit of momentum. And kind of following from that, I always asked the question I asked it in the previous game, where is the pause? I mean, 6-0 down already. If we hit that 7th round, I want to see a pause come in. I don't want to see them go any further into this game now, kind of without just a bit of a stopwatch play that gives them a bit of time to think, because you are correct on one thing, and one thing that's so crucial in this game. Monster have been able to find those early picks banana, they've been able to get themselves early kills, and it hasn't been a simple Mongols turning 4 kills into 3 within seconds. I mean, sure, I look at Cabby's push here and I go, great, it's basically all over because he'll push mid and kill them all. But they rush up banana, they have a pretty good chance. They do outnumber them on the site. They have the utility as well to flash themselves in. Cabby isn't going very, very aggressive at all, but none of them are checking flower pot. It's the most checked angle right now on Inferno, and you're not dealing with it. The flash comes in, but instead of completely blind, Jong's still going to make it work, pulling through with the headshot towards machine gun. But have they done enough for 2 versus 2, holding the smokes? A bomb plant yet to go down. Cabby waiting to peek. Flash comes in, peek does come out on the end of things, but instead of actually making it work, and Jong a headshot on towards Cabby means m0nster, they get themselves around, finally.
Yeah, m0nster once again with the advantage 5v4, kinda unfortunate for them. As soon as they let off the A apps control, that's in the exact same moment Cabby started pushing, so he got all the info and even got 2 kills here on mid. And even if it was 4v3 at this situation, I mean, Mongols have all the info that they're banana. They have no other place to be in. So still, m0nster punishing Mongols for being too eager to take those duels. Finally, I think that they should have done that even on Mirage. And they take the round at 6-1, and as we can see, Mongols not really having the greatest economy. Cabby playing with max 7 gets the 1 kill and takes down Hyoil to only 14 HP, but goes down.
So I'm curious from the Mongols here, right? Because they want the reset, and you can see how they suddenly changed everything they're doing to be a little bit more passive now. I mean, they're not just running through banana, they're playing sandbags instead. They're doubling up on long in the cubby crossfire if so they need it. They've got a player in pit as well, just kind of lurking in the shadows. So I think Mongols are playing a little bit more reserved here. And the reason why that kind of gives me a little bit of a sense of curiosity is m0nster can then win up against this as well. You have that comeback potential. But it all comes down to whether they can really acknowledge that suddenly Mongols have changed up everything they're doing just in this round alone. I mean, that's a good flash right there, but Dobu tucked in this corner causes such a problem because the bomb goes in first. That's already poor play as it is. Dobu gets himself both the kills, whipped out his USPs, supported by his teammate. Dude, helping him out. Oh, a huge shot from the AWP though. KYO actually giving himself a bit of saving grace there. But then the real problem begins to strike. NCL bottom of mid with a max 7, forcing KYO to take the fight on machine gun. Doesn't want to take that fight, then you have to look back towards mid. Landing the flick though, forcing it to a 1v1. This way you just got to sprint to banana. But he's not going for it. Instead, he waits, takes the flick, and finds it on machine gun.
Nice little play by KYO. It was a 1v4, right? I think it is.
Yeah, quad kill for him.
Yeah, quad kill for KYO and a second round for m0nster. Just a rookie mistake there by m0nster getting into the getting into mid, getting into the archway. You have one guy jumping in, checking out long after that flash, but no one is covering short for him, and he gets shot in the back. Fortunately for them, KYO with a really nice play, I would say, with the AWP, even though he was low HP, gets the quad kill and mind games for days, and m0nster win the second round. And all of a sudden, I mean, Mongols, as we can see, the economy is really bad, going for a full eco, and this is a window back into the game for m0nster.
I have to be the naysayer though. Is this a reality check for Mongols where they go, hold on a second guys, if you're having a bit too much fun, let's just tone it down a little bit, let's be a bit more serious just to win this game out as fast as possible? Is that going to be the case going through this next buy?
Yeah, but you know, I've seen more than a couple of games where the team starts off as Mongols did, and all of a sudden they're leading, and it's all going well, and then they start you know, joking around too much. They lose a couple of rounds, and then it's like, let's go back to the serious mode. But all of a sudden, even the serious mode is not working anymore, and then you're in a panic. You know, you're all of a sudden losing round after round, and you're getting, you know, overrun. The comeback is real, and you know, at that point you're looking as bad as the other team at the start of the match, if you know what I'm talking. So who knows what can happen here on Inferno? This is Counter-Strike. Everything is possible. m0nster's
Yeah,
cleaning up.
I can love that.
Yeah, cleaning up on the A side, planting the bomb on B. KYO with the last kill. Machine gun not going to save that AK. And it's going to be third round for m0nster, third in a row. Mongols back on a full buy. No AWP, even UMP back in play. Talking about UMP, the one gun that got nerfed. How do you see? Are we out of the UMP meta, or do you think it still has its use and purpose?
So statistically speaking, the UMP still is purchased in the same scenarios because problem is the nerf was a good start, but it wasn't really kind of the ending of where it needs to be. There's still a lot more that has to be done. All it does mean is that you can't really take the UMP in as long as a range rules as you previously would, but realistically, who was putting the UMPs in those fights anyway? A lot of the time you're seeing the UMP as a substitute for those close range or kind of medium range angles that rifles perhaps aren't needed for. Here, for example, on Banana, the UMPs actually can be incredibly strong. It's just an alleyway you can funnel those frags on down as, the UMP actually the weapon of choice there, NCL, securing the trade onto a Sunby with just that gun.
Making it 4v3b. And the advantage of m0ngols, even though they saw more guys on Banana, m0ngols still keeping 3 guys close to A short. So if m0nster hits the B site in next couple of seconds, the rotation is going to be hella long. So NCL, no utility, and he needs to do it all alone here on the B site. They have all the utility, so let's see if they can Molotov him out of that corner, or even just a straight headshot would do a job, but as I say that, they're a bit slow, and Cabby starts rotating back.
NCL completely blind, but letting rip either way. Takes a lot of damage down, and eventually, almost certainly will lose his life as Zhong tempted fate by walking through that smoke. But Cabby still holding things down right now from church, praying up that he can make it work, as he does. Nice little hipfire shot as well towards Zhong, leads up to him, getting himself a crafty few kills, a triple kill in fact. m0ngols will take it 7-3. And this is where they really have to kick it in now as m0nster. They are going to go for a very wish-washy buy here. It's going to be a good set of rifles, and the utility almost certainly is there. I mean, pretty much everyone should be able to afford a rifle here. It's just whether they're going to be able to chain up these rounds together and build something in the future. I'm curious on why Zhong kind of opted for the Galil there overall, but it is what it is.
I don't think Galil is that bad, honestly. Out of the 2 guns, Galil and the FAMAS, I think Galil is like 10 times better, honestly, because FAMAS is just that bad. And those are the 2 guns that I would actually want to see buffed. Maybe FAMAS more than Galil, because FAMAS, I mean, looking back at 1.6 days, it was really a great gun. We had players like, who was that? Really famous for his FAMAS play. Can't remember. Was it Zet? Or one of the
Zed or Kogu, right?
Yeah, it was one of the Swedish all-star players. He was really famous about for his FAMAS play, just putting it on burst and getting headshots all over the place. That's not really a possibility in CS:GO. Once again, m0ngols with the crossfire here on mid. They're gonna clean up, get to 3 kills, trade 3 for 1, and m0nsters again fighting with 2-man disadvantage. But yeah, I would really wanna see FAMAS buffed a bit. Not sure what's the problem, the damage or the accuracy or what, but I would like to see that gun as good as it once was. m0nster crouching down, gets NCL, nice headshot, and all of a sudden it opens up the B side for m0nster and opens up this round.
Yeah, we get to see a retake as well from m0ngols, which I think is a pretty important part here. Is if m0ngols can put together a strong CT retake, then it does really kind of bring a little bit of confidence, I guess you could argue, in the fact that they can win out things on this half, as so far they are beginning to move themselves forward. They have got a teammate, of course, in Banana, which certainly is going to help them, as KB going to begin to explore churches, just clearing out every angle here and there. And m0nster has to be cautious that it can be used at the end of the day. I mean, the push is coming in very, very swiftly now. The frag's already being laid on down. m0nster is going to peek, finds one, goes to the second as well. Will connect it, going for the 3rd and final kill. Is it too much for him to handle? The M4A4 is going to chime on in, takes him down. A machine gun gets himself the defuse.
Nice nade there to get rid of the guy in the triple, and then it's all on Mini. 1v3, he gets the 2 kills, but cannot finish off Machine Gun, who was let from the fights on mids, only 7 HP, and still wins the fight against Mini. Too bad for m0nster, because winning that round, they would put the Mongols in a really bad spot, economically speaking, but losing it basically means the same for them. So m0nster once again on an eco, just a few pistols, no armor except on Mini. This is basically a throwaway round from m0nster, and Mongols would definitely read that, since they once again decide pushing down mid. Dobu gets a kill. He gets killed, but he's going to get traded. Mini and Hyol, the only 2 left. Cabby once again aggressive in apps, and it's all down on Mini. The only guy who was playing anything for m0nster on Mirage. 1v4, only Deagle in hand. Yeah, slim chances, and Machine Gun shuts that down. It's all of a sudden 9-3.
Yeah, looking like Mongols have found themselves kind of that old historical form that they bring in from the first map. Also, given a chance again, though, to find their way back in. And I think the beauty of this map, at least, is the last map felt like a whitewash. The last map felt like there was no comeback potential. For m0nster here, you still have to bear in mind that at 9-3, they connect this round as well. They continue to break Mongols back again, and they can get themselves 5 rounds. 5 rounds is enough on the T side to win Inferno. As long as you've got a well-put CT side, as long as you can put together a smart pistol round and at least put a well attempt in, then there's a good chance. I mean, Zombie's starting off strong with the early pick. It's very repetitious for m0nster where they do get themselves those early frags.
Yeah, connecting a couple of rounds here, m0nster, here at the end of the half, they could definitely even get 9-6, because Mongols currently, I think they have money for 1 more full buy, so losing this round and losing the next one will probably leave them with only pistols in the last one of the half. But yeah, of course, that's all theory, and they need to do it. It's a good start. They get the kill on Machine Gun, and all of a sudden it's a 5v4. Cabby is once again aggressive. I wanted to say he could be taken down, and yeah, he gets punished this time. It's a 5v3. Mongols have 2 guys on the A side, but m0nster have a minute to figure out how do we want to play this round. They're gonna push smoke off towards the long side, and flashing in. Dobu, again, those kind of moves by Mongols getting punished. Tsugu, the only one guy in the side currently, needs to fend off all 5 Ts. NCL chimes in with a kill from the AWP. All of a sudden, Tsugu with the M4, he's getting killed, and yeah. 5v3 was enough for m0nster to get that round. It looked dangerous at one point. It became a 3v2, but still, m0nster, just with the sheer numbers, able to do it.
Numbers sometimes can outweigh everything. Above all else, is now they go into this round with a good set of weaponry yet again. Mongols, bit of a mixed bag. I mean, this is a feisty amount of SMGs and a Max 7 as well, so certainly an interesting prospect to see how this one is going to flow. m0nster already looking to see if they can idolize those early frags yet again. m0nster looking, barreling down mid, but no one is there to face. Mongols not going to be taking any of those wacky peaks anymore, considering just the sort of guns they do have to play with. Already, KY beginning to explore Banana. No full well push is coming in. He'll have a bit of a spray on through and see if he can do some damage. As it's a nice bomb out of smoke from the CT side, that means that m0nster really have no idea on who's actually kind of lurking in those shadows, ready to stab away and see if they can get a kill. So a bit of a doubt being applied to m0nster. They do get themselves up in towards apps as well, taking a lot of map control right now, and I think m0nster, they should be feeling pretty good. The only concern will be Cabby and his Max 7.
Yeah, if they push into the close corner, Cabby could definitely do some work, but he jumps down and will play from pit. Not sure how that's going to pan out for him, playing with the Max 7 from pit, but let's see. 2 guys on short. Once again, Mongols have a read. It's going to be the A side, but nice pre-fire through a flash. Hyoli and KYO get the 2 kills, and all of a sudden it's a 5v3.
Max 7 just hopping around. Will only be able to find one that's SKU on site now. Has to be the MVP here as the push comes in. The SMG beginning to strike. Finds a spray down. Unable to find the third. But could it have been enough? No, it shall not be. Zhejiang and KY both will finish things off. And m0nster will get themselves not only the plant, but a crucial round, the 5th. Mongols now left with nothing at all to spend. Just some pistols. There will not be... scrap that. There will be at least an SMG in play, I expect here, and the shotgun on towards Cabby is something to discuss, I guess, but for the most part, there really isn't any true weaponry in this round. m0nster scrap 5 rounds. You have a shot at 6.
And all of a sudden, that 9-6 halftime score can become a reality. I really think Mongols are shooting themselves in the foot when they try to go aggressive and those like mid-round, you know, pushes. Even though it's with the flash, I don't think it's really needed. KYO in the mini spot. Mini used to get a kill every single time here, and KYO does the same. Makes it a 5v3 for his team, and yeah, definitely 9-6 now, definitely a possibility.
Oh, nice read as well, just catching Cabby as he begins to step through that smoke machine gun, holding it ever so tightly. He peeks out with the CZ, scrapes the bottom of the barrel, leads to a kill, sure. But it's 2v4, I mean, they're still going to force their way on the site. The Deagle trying so hard, but just flailing. It's a done deal pretty much here at this point. 55 seconds left. You got a rifle. It's all well and good. But how on earth are you going to find yourself back into this now? Already looking towards short, they line up for you practically. But even the headshot is simply unable to be found. 9-6 secured. m0nster almost certainly given a chance to win this out now.
Yep. I mean, with the second pistol round won, making it possibly 9-9. At that point, it's anyone's game. Now the Mongols are on the T side, the tougher side, if you could say so. I mean, this is how Mongols were able to lose all those points. Not only losing to Rekka in the direct duel for the first place, they also had a draw against Meneski, had a draw against Signature. For sure, the two teams that they were favored to win against. So, I mean, Mongols, this is how you give your opponent way back into the game.
Leave a door open. They'll jump headfirst right on through. Mongols, though, in the past have been pretty good with these pistols, so I'm going to hedge my bet to see kind of who's going to take the lead. Of course, m0nster given a genuine chance as well to trade away, sitting there on that CT side now. So two very different styles of play going to connect themselves. Already a little bit of time to be expended. A walkway up banana coming in from Mongols as they are just going for this contact play. No one there to face just yet. A rotate is coming in to enable them to be 2 players over on this site. So maybe being in CT creates a bit of a problem. As Cabby pushing, and what was that? That's a shot and a half. Tries to follow up with a second as well. Hoyle facing into him, but he's struggling as well. Cabby, a double kill, looking for a triple. Cabby should not be able to be doing this much. He's just a lurker.
Cabby getting the three kills, opens up the map, and now Jaejong all on the B side. He's going to get attacked by these Glocks. No chance whatsoever. Escapes the knife. He can thank NCL for that, and all of a sudden KYO has a defuse, has a kit, has an 8. So basically everything he could possibly have in this pistol round, but just like Jaejong in Church, he's going to get run down by the T's, and Mongols win the round. Cabby with the insane amount of work there on the A side. Even before he got the 3 kills, he was making so much noise that the CTs rotated 4 guys to 8, the 4th guy from the B side, leaving Jaejong alone. So even without the kills, Cabby doing all the work, and then a triple kill basically shuts down the pistol round.
A rough situation now for m0nster, bear in mind, is they may well be on 6, but Mongols will look to get themselves to 12 and capitalize on that success. I mean, I still just wonder how the lurker in all intents and scenarios can get a triple kill. It just seems like a true sense of madness to me. This round, well, it's going to be yet again aggression, but calculated from this T side. They're looking to see if they can secure themselves a few early picks here and there. A segue open on towards the site itself without really too much of an issue coming in from the CTs, but that isn't really going to be made easy by m0nster, Brown, mate. I mean, with these pistols, sure, they are going to be blown away. That's pretty simple. But it's about the damage that m0nster can do at this point. It's not about the win condition. The win condition will come in the 18th. But even the 19th here. The immediate future for them is, right, how many rifles can we take off Mongols? How much can we stop them from building up in their economy?
KYO pushing through the apps. Doesn't see anyone, and that's why they rotated back to B. But little do they know, it's an A attack through long. Jaejong gets shut down as well as Heoli, and all of a sudden KYO is the only one that can do anything here on the A side. He's gonna push through the smoke and gets punished by Cabby, getting the getting the revenge there. Cabby getting a kill through a smoke. They were doing it to him so much. Sam gets the kill and gets that AK. So now there's a possibility. You said that they want a few guns for themselves. Saving a few definitely help here. And Sambi with that AK. Seems like he won't be able to save it. Yep, gets taken down by Dabu, but at least m0nster doing decent economical damage, taking 3 guns down. So that's something for like future rounds. That may be what you need. You know, to break the economy of Mongols early and come back into the game.
It's all about the little things at this, right? You have to kind of embrace the fact that they've been able to do some damage and see if they can play off that going to future rounds, as unfortunately the 18th wasn't quite the round we were looking for either. It is still going to be the same old pistol mix. Push-up banana this time being much more flexible. I mean, they have the SMGs, right? So they think themselves, right, let's just go for it. And the MAC-10's time to make your worth. They're already finding one. I like the nade usage coming in from Zhong, as he will tap away and get himself a kill, in fact. Well, even then, the trades, they're still going to get found. The bomb is being planted right now. Zhong has himself a teammate now to play off as well to see if he could rival up against the likes of Machine Gun. But you have to remember, Cabby's lurking in mid. He'll be almost certain to get a double kill here. And this is kind of where the problem really strikes. Damage, seemingly off the table.
J-Jong getting another kill with the USP and Dink's machine gun, so a lot of damage by him. Again, 2 guns go down for the Mongols, but if you notice, Tsugu was only playing with the Tech 9. That's something that's getting into the meta, I think, in Asia and NA especially. Just buying, like, on the T side, just the Tech 9 with armor. No utility whatsoever. It's really a cheap buy, and when you're against pistols, it's really effective. Same works for the CT side, just buying, for example, a MP9. And no utility, it's really cheap, and if you buy an SMG, it can be really, you know, efficient and effective, bring you back the dollars. Mongols 12-6, taking banana control. Let's see what m0nster can do in their first full buy round.
Waiting patiently now to see what they're going to show for themselves as Machine Gun finds pick 1. Jajong, nice trade, catching off the head of Machine Gun as he does rear it right over the brick walling. Well, now going to be tested up on A as a bit of aggression is being shown, a face coming in from this T side as they do look to well and truly move on up, but the Molotov actually swaying them back for a second. With just a minute left, they are really by no means feeling the heat. A lot of time for them to work with. Oh, what a bad flash though, that does nothing at all for him. Well, hung out to dry there, NCL, waiting for the B push, gets himself the frag, and m0nster just being mopped up due to very awkward circumstances, both a push that really should have had his corners checked, as well as some simply bad flashes. Means that now m0nster just going to be whittled away with trades yet again, and the round is basically lock and key.
KYO, the only left, I think he got spotted by... who was that? Dobu from A-Long. I think they have an idea where he is. This is the second time he's saving, so they definitely know he's somewhere lurking in the apps area. He gets taken down, and it's going to be 13-6 for Mongols. But talking KYO, I just want to, you know, appreciate the fact that even though they're losing 13-6, he is only 3 frags behind the top fragger, being Machine Gun. So if anything, KYO doing great individual work, trying his best to, you know, get m0nster back in the game.
Gotta have a little bit of faith, right? I think that's what's being said here, and that's something I can at least rally behind. Is Mongols now will look to give themselves their 14th. m0nster, very little they can do to stop it. Who now going to walk on around the corner, bending his shots on towards his opposition as he does find one. We're beginning to do a little bit more as well as frags come in, and they almost just roll off the tongue. Simple as that. m0nster left with very little to show for themselves now. Just 6 rounds as they struggled on their CT side to pull through. Mongols just 2 away from claiming themselves that sweet 2-0.
Yep, 14-6. That was a full eco for m0nster. Hyol was in a decent position, pushed down mid. They were not expecting him, but he only got the 1 kill, so got traded fast. And 14-6 at this point, as we can see, Mongols above 10k on 2 players, only 1.7 on Tsugu. So the economy is not all that stable for the Mongols, but you know, it's 14-6, and I don't think they really care at this point about the economy. Mini, oh my god, gets dinked through a wall. but escapes alive. And still, Machine Gun doing his thing. We saw him doing this round after round in the B apps on Mirage, and seems like m0nster he's the main on Inferno.
Flash already coming in to try and buy them just more time to play with in mid. I'm liking the intuition in changing up these angles. I mean, Jejong is in a nice position, for example, but kind of sitting reserved on whether it's really going to change too much. The flashes are all there, the smokes as well, certainly in play. Jejong does get himself first blood on this B push, but he's not sold anything, and that's at least a little bit more of a positive thing for these CTs. Is the whole point of that was to force a rotate. It hasn't done anything at all. There, when m0nster go, they're going to be up against 3 players, potentially 4, as you can see Jejong getting himself so close to Archway. Looking for that headshot still, kind of just going to be caressing the hay bales to see if a head will appear, but nothing coming just yet. Rifle there from KO begins to peek through the cracks though, get himself just another frag. m0nster's realizing that if they're going to go, they've just got to go. They've got to bite the bullet and push and see if they can make it work. A perfect flash this time though, leads to Hoyle getting the double kill. Maybe trying to respond, but m0nster and his AWP will solidify m0nster's first round.
There we go. That flash, that's the monster I used to see in the Southeast Asian division here at the Razer Rising Stars League. Finally, we see something from m0nster, not only playing individually and getting the individual kills. Finally, we get some kind of a team play. Really nice flash, a really good pop flash this time, pitch perfect, and Hoyle gets out and gets the 2 easiest kills of his life. Mini with some really slow reflexes there, stays alive but whiffs a shot. 14-7, m0nster still chasing those 2 rounds needed.
Machine Gun getting himself the entry kill as well on m0nster. That's some nice aggression from him as he captures off Sunbeat. NCL trying to block the smoke with his body. Doesn't really quite do too much, but either way, they're still very tempted to see if they can bend it on around now. Molly's flashes bending themselves in towards mid as well, really following through with that statement. As the pushes soon following up. m0nster has so much time to work with though, and I feel like they get stuck in mid quite a lot because m0nster have been good at kind of pinning down the area of the map, stopping the pushes, and just making m0nster feel like they're not ready to commit. Smoke towards long. Kind of curious from m0nster here on whether they're gonna just kind of sit and wait and try and hit towards B like they're currently hinting at with their rotation from the bomb, whether they're gonna come back. I mean, this kind of indecisiveness does give m0nster a way back in. Sure, they're at a man disadvantage here as well, but if they can bolster one of their sites with that first kill and then kind of flash appropriately again, I mean, they've got enough.
KYO definitely spotted here in Graveyard, not able to get even a 1 kill. All of a sudden, Hyo is getting overrun as well as Jejong. m0nster decided to save his AWP. We saw him at the start of the round. He was on the A side. He rotated the way back. All in all, m0nster are really quick to rotate. That little movement you saw with the bomb, that was, I think, the Machine Gun with 1 more player, just going to m0nster, not throwing even a single flash or a single smoke, just making a bit of noise there was enough to make Jejong go back from A to B. And then at that point, you're entering the A site 5v2. Much better for you than entering 5v3, as we saw. m0nster had a bit of a crossfire going on A long. As soon as Jejong went back to B, it was pretty much done and dusted on that A site. m0nster with the 15th, and now 8 rounds to close it out. Yeah, Mini is going to save this AWP, but I think the time is running out for m0nster. It's run out.
But like we're kind of, what are those things you call them? I can't even remember the name of them now. They're like they have sand in them and you turn them over. And they,
yeah.
I can't think of the name of them. You know what I mean, right? But
Yeah,
I can't remember the name. I feel like that's kind of where we're at. Just an empty one of those right now. I mean, it's basically just done. It doesn't sound as good when I can't remember the name, but you know, good forget. I have a little bit of faith in m0nster. Maybe a tiny little scrap that they maybe had a hold on m0nster, but it's the A site where they've been the most weakest for sure. Going for a bit more an aggressive push. Machine, did he play through the smoke? I don't know. That's madness. The trades do come in very swiftly. NCL a double kill, in fact, as he rips off the head of m0nster. between KYO and Hoyle, the last two standing in what is a 2v4, a situation not to be understated. The bomb going to be sprinting its way up through Banana, ready to go down on B, and that is going to leave just not long at all now for these guys to survive, as they don't even need to scoop. Gonna mop both of them up, 2 kills apiece. I'm sure you're going to be dipping right away back to the desk, as much we will be too, as that is going to be